Ooh, whoa. All right. Hopefully that you can hear that. This is a new setup for my live streams. Technically, I mean, OBS is updated now. It wasn't updated long before, but now I was able to update it, and now I'm able to do this blur screen effect, which is kind of cool. Kind of hides the background in case, there's a mess back there or, just shit on the floor and I'm like too embarrassed. I just don't feel like cleaning it up, really. So, I mean, it's perfect. It really is. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, Andrew, how you doing, man? Thank you for hopping on in. I just realized I forgot to do something, and you know what that is? I forgot to re-put up the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me do that really quick. No worries. It only takes but literally a second to do. Pop out chat. Bring it on. Okay. Bring you down here. Okay. Add source. I think. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Got that. We'll figure this out. Can I? There we go. Okay. So far, so good. Properties. Yeah, I know. No. We want this. Not that. Nope. Nope. I mean, that's kind of what I want. I never remember how I do this every single time I have to do it. Definitely not that. No. I'll get there. Don't worry about it. You just talk amongst yourselves while I figure this. Okay, I had it right the first time. Yeah. Fuck. Told you I don't remember. I already did that one. I already said that's actually the one I said I was not going to want to do. I think this is it. No, it's not. What the? How did I do this last time? I don't feel like it's multiply. That was it. That was it this entire time. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I don't really like that showing too much. Give me just a moment to figure out my life. I feel like this is probably where it was at. Nope, not that either. Nope. Okay. Don't even worry about it. Nope. Perfect. It's perfect. You still working out the balloons, Jordan? Nope, I think I got it figured out. Those things I got figured out a while back. Yeah, that was a pain. There's an expression, good enough. No, I'm a perfectionist. We don't believe in good enough. Good morning. How you doing, Ryan? Soul Girl, how you doing? Almost called you Sour Girl. Soul Girl, how you doing? Mike, Amber, Andrew, Kingslayer, how you doing? Hey, my man, I'm back. I really want a damn coffee now. My coffee's right there, and I should be drinking it since this is coffee in the morning with Jordan, but I'm not really wanting to take a sip right now. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's been okay. I think it's been at least going on 2 weeks now since I've even done a live stream where I've talked to you guys personally. There we go. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll just talk about. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Hey, Sage Rat. I'm doing good today. How about yourself? Okay, I'm not doing too bad. Obviously, been just very busy with work. The new schedule is very interesting. Right now, it's not even my normal schedule. I'm still kind of working things out, and we're trying to switch over to my new schedule. I should be having Mondays and Tuesdays off here soon, both days in a row, so that should help me keep going, give me more time to film content and get more out there. I've been slowly kind of throwing stuff out there here and there every once in a while, letting people know that I'm not like giving up on YouTube by any means. It's just with work and everything, man, there's just a lot going on. It's been really busy. That's basically what it is. It's just been really busy. I got a sister that's about to move out of the house, so that's going to give me another room up here that I'm going to have to start working on. Oh my God. there's a lot. There's a lot that has to be done with this house. And one of the things that has to be done is I have to move everything out of one room, put it into the room that she's about to move out of, and then go into the certain room and put down a new floor completely because, man, the floor in there is just shit and it needs to be completely replaced. I've been busy being sick thanks to my kids. I feel like I have a lot of people around me that keep saying the same exact thing because they're going to school and they're bringing back illnesses, yeah. And it's very hard not to stay not sick when you have kids going to school. Because, people can't keep their kids home when they're like, have the flu or anything, especially if they go over the days. So they have no choice but to send them to school regardless. Or if they don't, they have to go to the hospital and get a doctor's note. And yeah, it's just a pain, man. You could literally be vomiting up your own intestines. And if your kid has gone over the days, yeah, they probably should not skip school because, yeah, you'll have the police show up at your house. God damn. Yeah, your 5-year-old missed his last week of school before school holiday sick. I got sick the day of the holiday. Since COVID, schools won't let you take off unless it's super bad. Yeah. Yep. I mean, even back then, before that, though, my school up here, man, they did not give a fuck. If you go over your days, doesn't matter how sick you are, you go over your days, be ready. Be ready, because you're going to get a note saying you have to go to court. Which I think is crazy, because if my kid's like, if I ever have a kid someday, which I'm probably going to, I'm only 30 years old, I'm going on 30 years old, man, if my kid's like throwing up so bad and they have a fever and shit and they go over the days, I'm sorry, but I'm going to definitely keep my kid home. There's no way. I mean, I don't want to, subject other kids to that. Like, seriously. Yeah, we didn't have that in Dayton public school. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine what Dayton schools would have been like. I'm sitting here bitching about, my school, Dayton, I don't even want to think about. It might not have been that bad, but something tells me it probably wasn't the best either. So anything spooky related happening in the world today? Anything crazy with ghosts, cryptids, and whatnot? Which me and Andrew, by the way, are always talking about what we're going to be doing here in Ohio soon. Yeah, we have definitely plans to start filming in-person collaborations, right? I need to start getting into shape. I need to start lifting weights and stuff and be seen on other people's channels. I want to feel good about myself. Yeah, man. I've been thinking about that shit. Andrew, we should be gym buddies. We should start going to the gym together. I need somebody to spot me. I need to get jacked. I need to get absolutely jacked. Like right now, I'm never gonna be satisfied with myself. I'm self-conscious like that. You had a cryptid dream the other night, and Andrew and Crow were in it. That seems very interesting. Yeah, what kind of cryptid was it? We mostly have to bring in a medical certificate from the doctor after the third day, and even that's not mandatory. Since COVID, we have gotten really strict in. I bet. Your luck improved. You know what? I mean, life. It's been interesting because with trying to do what I'm doing in my normal life, which is I won't even say normal life. My normal life is everything, right? I do YouTube, I do all this stuff. I try to get as much out there as I possibly can. Haven't been really making a whole lot on YouTube recently because I've been getting an extra day at work. So like I've been trying to work at my normal job so much more, trying to bring in more money so I can help out around here. And obviously I got a car to pay off now, which is really exciting. It's a big step. And, I've got a lot of people messaging me saying, you should be proud of yourself because that's a pretty big step, to buy your own car. And I never once ever realized the absolute satisfaction you would feel having your own vehicle. I never once would have thought it was that good. Like it really is a good feeling, man. Every time I go out to that thing, I have a smile on my face. Like, this is the coolest shit I have ever done. That's how crazy it is. And, to have my own car, I like telling people you can't smoke in it. I mean, it's serious, man. It's like, I really deeply love my vehicle. And it's like one of my pride and joys out there. And I used to think it was just like a myth, a rumor. People just say that shit just to get you want your own vehicle, to say you have a little bit more of freedom, which it does. That does come with it, by the way. That feeling of freedom where you don't have to bring the car back at a certain time because someone else needs to use it. It is so rewarding. So yeah, man, it's been really really good lately. Haven't been really making too much on YouTube lately because obviously every time I come home from work and I'm just exhausted, I'm doing a lot more at work now. It's not just about doing fire watch anymore, which was basically just walking around hangar doors, looking for fire, smelling, making sure nothing bad would happen because some of those things were out, right? So that's basically what I was doing. And now I'm up at the front desk. I'm signing people in. I'm doing the gate. I'm making sure, cards are actually still good. I mean, there's a lot more to the job now than what I was doing before. So I feel like there's more responsibility now. They're not saying there wasn't responsibility before, but now it's like I feel like there's so much more responsibility. And again, having your own vehicle, man, it was such a big decision on my part because it's still like relatively, it's taking a good chunk of money out every month to pay it off, but it really is such a satisfying feeling. I never would have thought. Let's see here. What are people saying? I've been having very bad dreams lately. I hope it's not a sign of something bad will happen. Man, bad dreams. I feel like I don't get as many bad dreams as I used to. I used to get loads of bad dreams. I feel like my depression was a big kicker for that. When I was really depressed, that's when I would have like bad dream after bad dream after bad dream. It was all like with like dream of. But now that life's kind of going a little bit more smoothly, I feel like it's kind of died down a bit. I need to start working out again. I'm getting fat. I started drinking pop again and out 30 pounds of water and sugar weight. I've switched back to drinking water here in the past 2 weeks. Yep, I'm drinking water right now. The only other thing I drink is coffee, straight black coffee. And I probably have I try to keep it to 2 to 3 cups every morning. I know that's still a lot for some people, but I still need my coffee. I still need to operate. So I'm not ashamed of that. Sometimes if it's really bad at work, like if I'm at work and my God, dude, I'm fucking falling asleep back there because it happens sometimes, you start dozing off a little bit because you get so bored and then you're like, okay, got to go get something to drink. And I'm very interesting. When it comes to black coffee, depending on the brand, it can upset my stomach bad. So right now I'm drinking the Great Value coffee from Walmart. If I were to drink something else right now, my stomach would be fucked the rest of the day. I already know it would be. It's so sensitive. But when it comes to sugary coffee, Monster, Mean Bean or something like that, right? I'm fine with it. But that's what I have to drink if I'm starting to doze off. I will go to the little, snack bar and I will buy one. And that normally kind of does me good until then. Those are probably the only sugary substances I drink anymore, if I ever have to. And that's very rarely when I have to, because I'm normally good on coffee and water. But yeah, man, pop, dude. Dude, pop it was one of those things that I let go a long time ago. And I'm so grateful I did because I dropped so much weight after doing that. Pop is one of the big ones. Man, you would be surprised. A lot of you would be surprised how much weight you could drop just by just completely losing pop and going straight for water every single time. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I get it, though, because I used to be addicted to pop myself. I got to the point, though, where, man, I never... when I drink pop now, it tastes like shit to me. It tastes like piss. I tried to drink a Mountain Dew maybe several months back. Take a couple sips of it. Didn't even taste like it used to when I was a kid. Not even close. It was bizarre. But I'm sure it hasn't changed at all. It's the same formula, right? I live on an island, the sun is shining, the sky is blue, and it's 74 out. How can I queen? Jay, you're what? What did Jay say? Oh, you can borrow mine. I also cut down on pop, good sir. Laptop. I used to drink 4 to 5 cups of coffee. Folgers is my favorite type of coffee. Used to drink that quite a bit too. Yeah. By the way, oh my God, I don't even have the right settings up, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm a noob. I quit pop in 2020 and dropped 40 pounds in a month. It's just a stress thing of sleeping in the car again. I understand, man. Don't worry about it. No, I completely get it. Pop it used to be very good, man. I I stress eat sometimes. That's one of the reasons why I feel like I've put on a couple more pounds, because when I'm stressed, I stress eat, and I got to stop that. I got to fill my time up with hobbies. I got to fill my time up with responsibilities, and that normally kind of kicks out that depression. When I'm depressed, yes, I go downstairs. If there's any sweets around, man, if there's like cupcakes, if there's like ice cream, sorry, it's probably going to be dug into a little bit, because that does help with my stress when I'm really feeling it. And I used to never be that way. I used to never be that way. I feel like after COVID hit, everything went downhill. Because I'm not joking, guys. When COVID hit, I can't even get comfortable right now because I'm so self-conscious. But like when COVID hit, I immediately went to eating more at the house. And not only was I eating more, but since there was like nothing to do and everybody was being told to freaking stay at home, I was going to work all the time. I was at Walmart during like a couple months before. I left that Walmart and everything, and so I wasn't working at the time when COVID actually hit. But I was at Walmart a lot, and I was always walking. I was always doing something. So and I was eating more healthy too. But when COVID hit, everything just went out the door, and I just started eating more. I started I didn't care. I started having macaroni and cheese, top ramen. The cheap shit, inviting friends over. Yeah, during the pandemic, I know. Sue me. No, you're not supposed to be around people. I didn't give a fuck at that time, but I was like, we were eating all the time, man. It was, Speaking of eating, Jordan, there's a haunted restaurant up here we are going to. Ooh, I'm gonna have a salad. No. If they have a steak, I'll fucking dig in. I'm not sure what kind of restaurant it is. I probably do. I probably have an understanding of what kind of restaurant it is, because I probably have seen videos on it before. Places like that normally get shared all around. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to work retail during COVID. That would have been shit. I stress eat, chew, or skin pick. It's why I'm getting back into my arts again and keep my hand. Yeah. If you got hobbies, get into hobbies. I love going to thrift stores. I love going to antique stores. I love looking for clowns. Maybe maybe during our trip, Andrew, maybe we can go to like an antique store or something and see if we can find some creepy ass clowns for my collection. Jay, how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? If I'm stressed, I don't eat. That's not a bad thing. That's just how some people cope with it, is that they eat, because at that point they're like, who gives a fuck anymore, right? If nobody gives a fuck, why should I give a fuck? And then you start eating, and then it's just shoving food in your face. And you'll be even full, but you still feel like you have to shove something in your mouth. Yeah, it's crazy. It's called Amber Rose. It was on Nuke's top 5 for doppelgangers. Interesting. Man, I can't wait to start playing games with you guys again. I feel like it's been a while since all of us have been in like a lobby together in a video game. You also, when you're bored, yeah, being bored is another thing. Thankfully, that's why I'm also filling up my time with like YouTube and my job. But then again, when you were working the shift I was working and the position I was working, sometimes there would be nothing to do. So you would go to, the cafeteria, and you would buy food just to eat, so you'd have something to do, right? So there's probably another reason why I put on a couple pounds, because I was literally just going to the cafeteria and just fucking eating food, because what else is there to do? Hey, what's up, K-Huck? How you doing? To us, a reference to Pink Floyd. I live on an island. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. It is 74. How can I queen? I don't really understand that question. I hate to say it, I really don't understand that question. I was abused by customers. Dude, COVID brought out the worst in people. Anybody notice that? The pandemic really brought out like the worst in just people in general. They treated you like shit because they were so fucking worried that they were going to catch something. And they just wanted to get in and out, so they would treat you like shit to make her, hurry up and shit. Hey, Jeepers JC, how are you doing? Good morning. Lost connection walking down the road. Me too, Jay. I'm never working on a customer and service again. By the way, Jeepers JC just posted a new video, by the way, on her channel, and she loves to go to spooky and creepy events and conventions and whatnot. So if you're a big fan of the horror movies, Halloween, or anything spooky related, not a bad channel to get into. She does makeup all the time. She does different designs on her face, and she has a lot of fun doing what she's doing. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, she is at 400 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken, 400, 500, somewhere around there. So, I mean, hey, if you guys want to check out that stuff, if you're into that stuff, then definitely head on over there. Good lady Donna, what a glorious day. Man. I really feel like I've been slacking on YouTube, though, which is never a good feeling. I don't like feeling like I've been slacking on here. But I have been. But it is what it is. It happens every now and then, especially when life gets involved. I think most YouTubers have had those times where life gets too busy, so they just have no time. Unless you're doing YouTube full time, life gets busy. Going down to the seafront in 10 minutes? Nice. That should be fun. I have to work today, by the way. So you probably won't see me on for an incredibly long amount of time. But I do have to be at work around we'll have to be there by 2 in the afternoon. So I still have relatively quite a bit of time. It's 4 hours away. We watch Krampus at Christmas every year. Nice. Nice. That's a good little movie. I worked during COVID, lots of mean people, and it was McDonald's. I couldn't even imagine what McDonald's would have been like during COVID. Who here had actually caught COVID? Has anybody here actually caught COVID? I caught COVID. It was actually pretty bad. I was surprised how bad it was. I don't think I had it the worst. I think other people had it way worse than me. Mainly older people. Older people who are probably in their 60s up probably got it worse than anybody else because they already have lots of health conditions and a lot of serious things going on with their bodies. And basically COVID, what it did was it just quadrupled it. And yeah, well, you're just biding your time. There's always silence before the storm. That's right. You're right. Hit your uncle pretty bad. My husband just got over it this last week. 3-time. Wow. That's not a bad thing that you didn't get COVID. I got COVID. I would say, pain-wise, it was probably 6 out of 10. Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. I really felt the body aches. That was a big thing. Body aches. Full body aches, man. Chills going up and down. I was shocked. But all 4 times were a doddle. Some people didn't get it that bad. Some people got lucky. Nothing to worry about. You think he got the new variant? Oh, he got the new variant. Gotcha. Yes, almost killed me. Exaggeration a little, but no, it does. It feels bad. When you do get it, I was pretty confident I was going to have to go to the hospital if it kept going up. Thankfully, I held out for 2 days, and then it went away. But that first day, you guys, oh my God. Oh my God. And it was pretty bad, too, because at the time, I didn't have a bed. I had a futon that had no legs, so it was sitting on the floor. I was laying on the floor pretty much, just having full body chills. And aches. Yeah, man, it was bad. Never had it. Unvaxxed, too. My daughter's mom got every booster and caught it 4 times. I'm pretty sure when they give you the shot, they have to insert COVID, right? Just a little bit of COVID. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people, got COVID because they took the shot in general. I did not either. I was not vaccinated. I pretty much took it head on. I don't have to get vaccinated now because I took it naturally. So, and I fought it naturally. But some people, yeah. I was too nervous about getting vaccinated. I was pretty shocked that the actual, the booster shot or the vaccine came out not long after COVID was literally taking over. And that to me was already a concern. I was freaked out. I wasn't like going to sit here and make, government theories and whatnot and conspiracy theories about what was going on. I just didn't trust it that well. Because I'm like, there's no way they tested that shit out too well if they already got something out, like maybe like a week or two after. I was too nervous, man. And I'm not judging anybody who went and got it. Good for you if you got it. But like I would rather fight it head on naturally than take the shot. I mean, I did, and I feel like my immune system, got better because of it. But like, someone just said they got the booster shot and they probably faced COVID several times. So I guess it just depends on you because everybody's bodies are different and some can handle things better and some just can't. It wasn't too bad for me, thank goodness. I'm just glad I didn't have give it to my kids. I was the lucky one to have it. My grandma got it. That was scary. We were all pretty confident she was probably not going to pull through COVID. No, I am not. There's a church right there. There's literally a church right across the street from me. It's right there. And they fucking blare those bells every hour for like 7 minutes. Yeah, not ideal for YouTubers. Matter of fact, you know how many times I wanted to walk over there, knock on that door and say, hey, I understand, you got your thing going. But man, 7 minutes banging those bells. I mean, it's loud enough for you guys to hear over the camera. So like, it's pretty loud, and it goes for 7 minutes. When you've lived here for over like, we've been here for like 17 years. When you've lived here for 17 years and it goes off seven, I mean, at one point they got a complaint from the city because they used to go for like almost 10 minutes and then they got talked down to 7 minutes. And they normally start, around like 9. So about 9 in the morning, they will start blasting those every hour, all the way up till about 7 o'clock at night. I should go investigate the church. Could be nonstop sirens and trains. We get those too, but you definitely get them a lot more. We have a train track right out here too. Can't you see the company I used to work for, Candlelight? When I did security for them, they're right there. They're across the street too, a little bit past the church, but they're right there. And we have a train track that comes and drops off like, wax and everything too. So, I mean, yeah, we hear trains all the time. And actually, as a matter of fact, we started getting trains around 8 o'clock at night recently. It's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking obnoxious. You get used to it at some point, but that's why I used to have like the air conditioner going, because like at least it kills some of the noise. I used to live near a hospital, and I would hear ambulance sirens all night, every night. It drove me insane. Yeah, some people who live right next to the railroad tracks where like the train going by will shake your house. There's literally a house right next to the tracks, and I just couldn't imagine what that must sound like. To be fair, it could be much worse. It could be. It always could be worse. But again, as somebody who does content creation and like films videos, if that goes off every hour, so let's say I'm watching like a 2-hour video and I do not want those church bells in the background, I have to stop recording, stop my train of thought, so those bells will go off, just continuously go for like 7 minutes and then go back to filming because I don't want it to be caught in the video. Because I have so many people who always, say like, what's that in the background? What is that creepy noise? And I'm going to have to like explain to them, it's the church bells. I always have to. Yeah. I remember we actually filmed several videos with Andrew, and you could definitely hear like police sirens and stuff going by all the time. It's annoying. It's annoying, sometimes you wish you just had more peace and quiet where things wouldn't distract you and get you out of your train of thought, but it happens. It happens all the time. I love my family dearly, but one of the reasons why I'm actually happy that a lot of people might be moving out is because, well, it will give me more peace and quiet. I'll be able to film more and not have to worry about how loud I can be, and I might be able to do more here. You know, no offense to them. I'm not saying they can't live here. Not, and I have a problem with it, but like, it will help. Yeah, I went and looked at an office space on Monday, and the tracks were right outside. Luckily, a train came through, and when I was there, the freaking echo in there from the train, bro. Man. So it's pretty loud then. Yeah, luckily a train did come, so you had an idea of how bad it was going to be. And if it's that bad, probably not worth it. I would say at least. I'd have to stop whatever I was doing and sit there for 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Doesn't that get annoying after a while? You're just kind of like, what the fuck's even the point? Because you'll lose your train of thought. That's the thing. You'll lose your train of thought, and then you won't want to film because it's like, you were so in the zone. Man, I've been in the zone so many times. Oh man, especially when I'm filming like a paranormal investigation reaction and I'm like doing like a 2-hour reaction and then a train goes by every hour and I have to stop, you'd have no idea how aggravating that gets. Or like the church bells will start going off and they're right here. So it's like you'll hear them in the background. I'll be just, I can't talk to the camera and be focused on what I want to talk about if I have so many distractions going off in the background. Sometimes the dog will bark. Dog will go off like crazy and I will have to mute the microphone and just sit here in silence for like however long she's going to go off on somebody because somebody, was outside and just walked by. She'll do that shit. I would love an office space. I would love to like at least the dog is better barking though. What do you mean? Imagine if you use that office space, it would sound like you're working in a train tunnel. Yeah, I mean, that would be pointless. I don't know why someone would want a freaking office space next to a train track, but I have plans. I have plans for this place. When people start moving out, I actually plan on bringing in people who might even want to help with payments monthly. I might even start, building there'll be several extra bedrooms, so I will be turning those into like, a guest bedroom, maybe another YouTube studio where I might be able to like soundproof the room and make it to where we can, have someone else here who wants to be a content creator film. Who knows, right? An old concrete block building, man. Sorry I haven't been watching your videos. I've been dealing with my heartache, blood clots, and depression. Oh, no, don't worry about it. You take care of yourself first. Don't even worry about it. It's all good, Vicky. Oh, and there was a dog groomer in the next office over. Nice. Nice. Did they do some pretty crazy hairdos? By the way, Andrew sent me some microphones that we'll be using for our videos, like our in-person videos, and it might even help out with paranormal investigations too, where you'll hear our voices off in the distance. It's pretty cool. Pretty nice, actually. I like it. I got a lot of equipment. You have no idea. I got a suitcase full of paranormal ghost hunting equipment. Yep. And cameras. I'm getting off topic again, but who cares? This is what it's all about. What would it look like if I turned off all the lights in here? Ah! Horrid. Oh, I'd only do a collaboration with the boys if Andrew was allowed to go with. That's the deal. Me and him would be just nerding out the entire time. We'd be fanboying out. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm not ashamed. But I wouldn't want to do like a ghost hunting paranormal collab with the boys. I would want to do a gaming collab with the boys. It wouldn't be paranormal. Again, no offense to the boys. Love their content deeply. But man, me and Andrew, we tried, guys. We tried to do reactions to those paranormal videos. And I know people are saying, give them a chance. Watch this video. It's better than that one. Truthfully and honestly, it wasn't doing it for us. We were watching the video, The Goatman's Bridge, and a lot of people were saying that was such a good episode, and you're going to love The Goatman's Bridge. I really didn't. I really didn't, and I'm not even trying to be a dick. It was mainly me and Andrew the entire time, just kind of getting annoyed. It felt like a copy and paste of something that Sam and Colby would do, and everything we were debunking everything. We were even pulling up Google and like researching the area that they're in, and are there bobcats and stuff. And yeah, there were bobcats in the area, and bobcats are very much known to sound like crying babies or screaming women. And that's exactly what they said they were hearing. And I'm like, probably a bobcat. They were already acknowledging there was animals everywhere off in the, in the distance. So like, it's not that crazy to think that those were bobcats. So we actually filmed that video, guys. That boys video, that Goatman's Bridge video. And I tried to edit it, and I think I was getting to a good point where I was like, actually, making an accomplishment here, getting it done. And my video editor was just completely removing the audio itself because it got recorded all jumbly, funky. The audio files were messed up completely, so I had to like add the video file separately from the boys video. And it got to the point where it was so aggravating to even try to put together. And the fact that my video editor was like starting to do shit that I wasn't even wanting it to do, just removing audio files and making it more difficult for me, I gave up on it completely. It was probably like a 2-hour reaction debunk video of me and Andrew just going off on this thing. But yeah, I just kind of gave up on it. I was done. I was done. It was aggravating. If you have to like sit there and edit a video for as long as I was editing that one, you wouldn't even want to tell them about the plans for this year. You want me to tell them the plans for this year? Okay, so me and Andrew and several other people have been talking about the plans for this year, and man, we got a lot of plans. We got quite a bit of plans, and you guys are probably going to be surprised on what we're planning on doing this year. I'm going to build it up a little bit before I even say it because I think that's fun. Let me read some of the comments first, though. Let me make you wait a little bit longer. Top of the coffee cup for your... Oh, hey, how you doing, Jose? Thank you so much for hopping on in. All right, Amber, thank you for joining us. Hope you have a great one. Take care. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of the same on paranormal. There's just any good type of like back then. No, it's not as fun as it used to be. And when I say that, I mean like watching it. It's not as fun as it used to be because I just kind of have an idea of how everything works. So I'll let you tell them the big one, Andrew, and then I'll just read it because I forget the name of the place again that we plan on going to. But basically, next month, in the beginning of next month, me and Andrew are going to a psychic paranormal convention together that we will be filming and challenging ourselves. We're not going there with the intentions to bring down the mood. We're not going there to outright debunk people. We're going there to have a good time and to make a fun video. That's the plan. We're planning on going there to make a fun video, have a decent time. It's our first time getting out and doing something. So that was something that he threw my way. And I was like, okay, well, we definitely probably should do something along those lines. And we planned on going to the psychic and paranormal convention together. Yeah, like it's a psychic medium kind of convention. And it's no surprise that me and Andrew obviously are very skeptical about a lot of psychics and mediums. I think it's a very well-known thing that a lot of them are absolutely con artists and they will con you out of your money. So, and that is the big one. The Collingwood Arts Center at the end of September. And this is not just going to be me and Andrew. There's going to be several other people joining us from podcast channel, our friend group. It's probably going to be the biggest video, I would say, that we have done, because it's going to involve so many people we absolutely love within this community. So we're pretty pumped about it. And it's going to be the first time several of us are meeting in person. We can only talk over the internet through Discord and whatnot and videos, but this is going to be a big one. I've always wanted to do a psychic reading, even if I don't believe the psychics really, just to see what they really say. And I say go for it. Why not, right? Just be cautious, because I don't believe a lot of them are legit. And I even believe that some of them might even think they're legit, but they're really not. So those are just my opinions. Oh, now I'm excited for this. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. And a lot of you may not know this, but actually that location, the one that Andrew just mentioned, Collingwood Arts Center, is actually the same place that the Twin Paranormal Group investigated, and Andrew made a video on to not just debunk, but like overall give his opinions and thoughts about their investigation, and that's when their audience came after him. So it's going to be kind of poetic in a sense. Be sure to ask those tarot card readers if they think that Twin Paranormal's new tarot reading is bad. I have not seen their new tarot reading. That's pretty interesting. I'm loving these plans for this year for you guys. It's going to be such fun, and that's the point of it too. We want to have fun, but we also want to keep it real too. Yeah. Sounds very interesting. It piqued my interest. I used to use a intuition, and I have never I never charge. I tell people you take what you get from it, and not actually read into it. But that's more when I do tarot readings. And I'm not sitting here judging anybody who does that stuff. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you have a hobby in, if that's what you just have a passion for, I say go for it. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we say all these things about these channels and whatnot. We give constructive criticism. We say how we feel about certain content that they release, but I'm sure they feel the same about us. I'm sure they feel that this is not their kind of content. This is what they're doing, and this is how they're making a living, and this is how they're building their audiences. It's not what we find to be entertaining. We don't find it to be educational, and that's just their opinion at the end of the day. But and all I'll say about this is, like, if you do YouTube and you have a passion or you want to do something you want to do, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta do what you want to do. If that makes any sense. Like I've sat here and I've said so many things about Sam and Colby, Overnight, Twin Paranormal, and a biffy of other people and their channels and how they operate things. Logan Paul, my God, the Paul brothers. It doesn't even have to be paranormal. It can be just literally about anything, you know, Dr. Disrespect or whoever the fuck, right? So many content creators. I can say whatever I want about them, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want. Just because I say what I say, that does not change anything. It just is me stating my thoughts and opinions. We don't speak about the Paul brothers. Yeah, I used to. I used to shit talk them all the time. I want to actually, you know what? It's my dream to get into shape, like really into shape, and then challenge Jake Paul to a fight. Yeah. Become the first, like, you know, in the paranormal world, become like the first boxer. Yeah, it's a dream. Get into really good shape, you know, eat chicken and broccoli, go get a punching bag, Rocky that shit. Not gonna lie, same. I got some new camera gear and am learning how to film more cinematic videos for in real life stuff. I'm trying to put more production value in my videos this year. Hell yeah, man. That sounds fantastic. The big one, I'll tell you right now, in September, that's the one you're going to want like a cinematic feel to for sure. What about CJ Fashion? However that is spelled, he is still playing fake hunt. Honestly, I've never seen his videos. I don't think I've seen his videos, so I can't really speak on him too much. I also got a boom mic too, a shotgun mic. Over there, never open. That's going to be used for my camera when we do this thing. So the audio is probably going to be a lot better than what it was during the Blair investigation. Still think he does videos. Bro, do you think in the future will be a technology that can help us ghost community like catching ghosts? I mean, at this rate, most of the shit that we're getting is just kind of fooling people into thinking that there are ghosts. It'd be interesting, man. It'd be interesting. I would love to see something that actually makes more logical sense, you know, in those retrospects, but I can't guarantee it, obviously. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to hop off. It was nice talking to you all again. Yes, thank you, Cheyenne. Have a good one. Thank you for hopping on in. I can't seem to make the creativity meet up with the technicals. I'm not tech savvy. Oh, man, me either. Me either. I just take educational guesses. I'm excited for the backrooms, though, how the trailer never revealed anything. Exactly. Exactly. That's one of the reasons why I'm excited for it, too, because some trailers, they show everything right there and then. This one did not. So you don't know what this movie is genuinely going to be about. It's going to be a psychological thriller, and I'm pumped for it. I'm also looking forward to the Poppy Playtime movie that they're supposed to be making. I would love to see how they would do that. Johnny, I don't know the paranormal, especially ghost hunting, is a pseudoscience. We don't know how to go about making stuff for that, so we use stuff from other fields. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's really no one of the reasons why Hart and myself and several others always go and say there's no real professional in this field. Sam McColby, Zach Baggins. It don't really matter how long you've been doing this. There's really no professional. Anybody can get into the world of the paranormal and even go ghost hunting if they wanted to. Diving into the unknown is what it's all about, right? I just wish there was more honesty within it, because unfortunately, just because it is the unknown, there's a lot of people that can make up a bunch of shit about something and then go and run with it and then fool people because of it. So that's why we see a lot of fakers and a lot of con artists within this field, because, well, it's easy to take advantage of people because most of us don't know what to think or believe in. So makes it very easy for people to make shit up and then go with it. If ever in Northeast New Jersey, New York City, you can respectfully try to contact the spirits of Joey Ramone and can really do the Chelsea hotels in New York City, see if Sid and Nancy haunt it. Ooh. The found footage aspect of the trailer was such a nice touch. I agree. That's the way to do it, in my opinion. Yeah, do the found footage shit. That being said, I am taking some actual scientific meters with me to Collingwood. No EMF readers for me, though. That's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see your experiments, man. Hey, what's up? How are you doing today? Thank you for hopping on in. And people just make fake stuff like the dead bell. Oh yeah, when the dead bell goes off, that means there's a ghost touching it. Yep, I saw your gear list. Quite the list. The fact viewers don't fact check their claims and videos makes me so mad to see if it's fake or not. Well, that's the thing. It's just there's too many creators that just go with it. There's no attempt at trying to prove anything. There's nothing. It's just, oh, that was creepy, move on. And again, people, one of the reasons why I go to Sam McColby a lot is because I do like Sam McColby, so I do watch a lot of their content. And one of the things that I noticed about one of their more recent videos was that they were hearing a voice talking in this house. And they went downstairs, and then they realized that there was a speaker on the roof. Never once did they say it was debunked. They still went with it as being a ghost was messing with the speakers to mess with them. It wasn't the fact that the speaker was left on and was making noise. No, it was the ghost was manipulating the speaker and fucking with us. At that point, it's very obvious nothing to them is logical. Everything is spiritual. And that to me is like, that ruins any credibility they have if they can't acknowledge when something is so obviously not what that is. You know what I'm saying? But then they get mad at debunkers. The fact viewers don't fact check their claims in the videos makes me so mad, and then they get mad at debunkers. Yep. Honestly, the debunkers wouldn't even exist right now if they had done it all themselves. If they had fact checked themselves and made sure that this is what it was, it's okay to experiment. It's okay to have fun with your videos. I get that. But like, if you're going to sit there and say that these are the real people talking through your devices and then claiming that this is what their messages are, fact check as much as possible, because you're trying to claim something big and there are people that genuinely believe this. And there might even be relatives to those people that want answers. And for you to like go and claim that this is what they're saying, and that's just not the case at all. I mean, it's horrible. These people are grieving, especially when it's a recent passing. Or something personal, like, someone's mom or brother, or that to me is like low. They got a video coming that's bringing back their exploring days. Good. I think they should go back to those exploring days. Because if you lived in the Ice Age and someone told you there's technology that can fly, like jet, he will not understand and think it's crazy. Yet after they have jets, planes, etc., so we can't be sure. Who thinks there will be AI? Realistically, speaking of Sam McColby, just clout chasers, a paranormal creator. Speaking of Sam McColby, are just clout chasers and paranormal. Can't argue with that. Their exploring stuff to me was their biggest highlights. Unfortunately, they started doing all of this ghost hunting stuff, and at first I really did enjoy the older stuff because, you know, when they worked off each other, they were actually very likable, but since they've been bringing in all these different collaborations, and that's all they care about now is just building up their subscriber count by bringing in different collaborators and bigger collaborators, I mean, it's just not as fun because they're not taking it seriously anymore. They're just kind of going off of the vibe of whoever they're with, and they're just being over the top, especially when they bring in someone who's eccentric and they're like being over the top and crazy and having a blast, not taking it seriously at all. They will start not taking it seriously at all, and then it becomes a cringe fest in some regards. For me, at least, it does. But when it's just them, I feel like they're better, and they're exploring stuff when they're going into abandoned buildings. I feel like was really what got a lot of people into their content to begin with. So I think they should go back to the explore stuff. Good morning, Sonia. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going into lurk mode so I can get some sleep. All right, zombie. Their ghost videos back in the day when they started were really good, but now it's just bad in my opinion. And you're not the only one who feels that way. There's a lot of Sam and Colby hardcore fans that just are not into their content anymore. I've gone on their, X account, and then people will be saying Sam and Colby just don't feel the same as they used to. And I felt that way. I started watching their content several years back, like 2020, 2019. And I can tell you that there's been a significant change in the vibe with their channel. It's more about just looking good, selling their merch, getting bigger collaborators. It just doesn't feel like there's any ounce of like trying to remain who you are deep down within the content. It's just, how can we make this bigger and better? That's what it's about. I learned to do what I do, number one, from Jason and Taps, who, by the way, I talk to once a week. Jason is legit the nicest dude. That's awesome. Love it. Love it. Jason does seem like a really fucking dope dude. I don't like their collaborations, but the only good one was their Sterling. I heard good things about that one. I saw one of their videos where they did a collaboration with the triplets, and I thought it was pretty good. For the most part, Sorry, my English. I mean, will you believe there's a technology like AI if you lived in the 70s? And one question, who's the first one called something paranormal a ghost who created the theory? I honestly couldn't tell you who the first one who created that theory was. I know ghosts have been talked about for centuries. It could be anybody, right? I know one of the first con artists of the paranormal were the sisters, the Fox sisters, I think is what their names were. Yeah. Those were like some of the first biggest con artists, well-known ones. I don't like their collaborations, but the only good one was their Sterling friends. I'm happy for the success, but I think the numbers and views definitely got the best of Sam and Colby. It happens. I can't really give them too much. It happens. You get to that point where you're getting so big that they start changing. They start looking at different things, and they start want to do different things, and they want to be bigger and better, and they love the taste of that success. And, you can't really blame them. And they should be proud of the success they made because not everybody gets to that point. There's a lot of people who will be trying their entire lives to get to the point like Sam and Colby, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Mr. Beast, and they'll do their best to get to those points, and it just won't happen no matter how hard people try. So, like, the fact that they got to that point is a pretty big accomplishment. And they did it in a more respectable way. They could have been doing something worse. They could have been driving on freeways, going 90 miles per hour around traffic while drinking. They could be doing crazy shit like harassing strangers. Granted, there was a couple of videos where they did make a lot of strangers uncomfortable, like asking them, "Can you marry me?" and shit. But they could have been doing it. They could have been doing it continuously, and that's not what they did. Are you a believer in any cryptids? I would say yeah. I'm a believer in some cryptids. Yeah, not every cryptid, but some. But also, when I was investigating on a team in 2009, 2011, I basically just did housing inspections, looking for actual causes for whatever is causing the hauntings, which is hopefully what we will do too, in a sense. I think that's a great way to start. Ever notice in Sam and Colby's Conjuring House episode, they mentioned John and Abigail and use a picture from RDR2? I'm going to have to go back and look at that now. I'm doing great. I just woke up and now I had a good last night. Good last night. And I have to make sure I get ready for the educator this morning and get my morning cup of coffee. That's really important. Sup, Jordan? It's 3 a.m. 3 a.m. wake up for me, about to do some laundry and go work after. Thanks for the company. Absolutely. Thank you for hopping on in. I can ask, but he may not get back to me or be able to talk about it. What is going on with The Conjuring? I saw Jason posted a video of him mowing the front yard of the Conjuring house. So I'm assuming probably if you're a fan of Jason Hawes getting the Conjuring house, well, then you're probably going to be excited because it looks like he probably, there should be no reason why he's mowing the lawn if he did not have already some sort of ownership of it, I would assume. So that would be my guess. Don't quote me on that, but that would be my guess and assumption of what's gone on there. I guess you are into the paranormal, so what ability do you wish you had to catching ghosts? Supernatural power. I wish I had like a force power that can like, you know, pull a ghost to me and I can like grab them and be like, here's a ghost. Yeah, that's what I want. Or eyesight that allows me to see the dead. That'd be kind of cool. I think I was the first episode, but they straight up took a picture of the game, and that's when I 100% could be sure it said it was all fake. Yeah. I'm a strong believer in the paranormal because I've had many family members pass away. Tia Shady, my grandpa Manuel. Also J CARTS, Arts. You won't believe to my family's little dog Bear. I'm a pretty big believer in the paranormal. It might be hard to understand because I do critique a lot of ghost hunting channels, but I actually do believe in the paranormal. I'm just not seeing anything that would hardcore prove to me or provide me with actual like hardcore evidence that it really exists out there, because everybody's just wanting to do the same thing, and that is just make it over the top, dramatic, spooky, and that's not what the paranormal is to me. It's actually more about trying to find the science behind it. I think it was the first episode. Let's see here. Cedar Point definitely has some haunted buildings. Yep. Eyesight, the psychic medium they say they can see ghosts, and yeah. There's some psychics that believe they can see ghosts. What was one of their names? Amanda does this all the time. Amanda from Sam McColby's Reactions, or not Sam McColby's Reactions, but Sam McColby Videos. She goes and claims that she sees ghosts all the time, like little boy spirits running around corners and things like this. And yeah, I don't believe she can, but I would love that ability. My family's little dog, Bear, she got ran over by some girl's car. It happened right after I got home from doing workouts in YMCA. Right? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is so unfortunate. Hey, welcome. How are you doing this morning? Seeing if you were still live. Yep, I'm still live. I probably won't be live for a horribly long time. What time is it, actually? How long have we been live for? Probably not that long. About an hour. That's why I like Life of Luxury and says it's for entertainment. Exactly. Life of Luxury is a great time. It's so over the top and fake that you just don't have to question it. You already know it's just for entertainment. Yeah. Anyone familiar with the CB ham radios? If so, cookie jarred and amped up ones can splash over other signals and trigger nearby UN or lowly protected electrical equipment by keying up the mic. I'm sure doing that as an experiment around ghost hunting tech would set most of them off, showing that they can be manipulated. Sitting in the bath, finishing up, waking up, and going through my notifications. Nice. I love J Carts Arts. What? When did I do that? I probably did it without even thinking about it. Well, at the end of the ghost still theories, like alien humans love something called mystery. They like something can't figure out. Well, yeah, no, the mystery of it is what gets people excited. Yeah, the whole idea that we don't know what's out there is what gets people talking. That's for sure. But unfortunately, we just have a lot of people that take advantage of that. Because we do not understand the paranormal, that's what makes it so easy for people to really fool people and take advantage. And it happens all the time. Doesn't matter how nice the person is, they still do it. You know? Good. No, good for you. Good for you. You say, I honestly don't mind doing paranormal investigations with Sam and Colby, and I would love to meet their friends Selena Spooky Boo and Amanda and Katrina, and call me Chris too. That's great. No, people misunderstand. Just because, you know, people have issues with certain channels, they're not sitting there saying you shouldn't watch them and you're stupid for watching them. No, I don't think anybody's trying to push that narrative at all. I think it's just one of those things to where we're just giving our thoughts and our opinions, and some of us get aggravated, like the video I posted last night. Sam and Colby are still trying to pretend that whatever was in the basement or coming up the stairs from the basement in the Conjuring House series was something they just did not know what it was. But it's very obvious that it was already debunked as being their producer, because you can see the glasses. You can see the hairline. It very much looks like him. And before anybody throws out the idea of doppelganger, okay, then why aren't anybody else capturing doppelgangers at this place? Why is it only Sam McCoy? Why was it the one fucking person that we weren't even aware that they had with them until they showed in that series that they actually, in fact, had their producer with them? Right? Why is it that crazy to think that maybe he stuck around afterwards? I don't think it is. Yeah. Yep, Selena, Katrina, and Call Me Chris are friends with Sam and Colby. The FCC warning literally says the device must accept any and all interference. Ghost been shot and goes to court. Judge says, "Who's your lawyer?" Ghost says, "The Reaper." If you can, catching what I mean. Ghost been shot and goes to court. Judge says, "Who's your lawyer?" Ghost says, "The Reaper." If you can catch what I mean. I think I do. Sorry, it's early in the morning. Throwing jokes at me is like, man. You have a couple handheld radios. I've even done some experiments on camera when I trigger an EMF meter and my phone by hitting the talk button on the radio signals definitely trigger stuff. Nothing like watching your live during an allergy appointment. They pricked me all over and said, "Don't touch," for 20 minutes, man. Well, I got to go talk to more peeps. This is fascinating conversation, though. Enjoy. Yeah, no, have fun. Have fun. I sent you a message, by the way, on Facebook Messenger. Wow, we just fucking jumped up to 40 viewers within seconds. What up, everybody? Thank you for hopping on into the live stream. Hope you're having a good one. If you've never talked with me live before, you know, this is a good opportunity to do so. Okay, good. Because I value its kindness and friendship like Sam and Colby. I wonder if it went to the Conjuring House and would any of the spirits in the Conjuring House would notice my presence there. I'm very skeptical. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing you got to understand about this. Like, Sam and Colby's videos, as much as I really respect their first Surviving a Week at the Conjuring House series, I will say, now that I know a lot of what I know about the people that they worked with during that series, and even last night when they still try to play it off as that was a ghost and not their producer, I don't really believe that the spirits that they claimed in that house are really the spirits that they claimed in the house. I do believe the place is haunted. I do believe there's something going on there. But do I believe, do I believe in most of the stories that they were claiming or anything that they were claiming? No, I don't. I don't believe that there are portals in there. I don't believe that there is a way for the dead to come through and speak to you no matter what. Coming through, I think, what was her name? Abigail, I think it was her name. I don't believe in that. I think that was just something they went along with because of the toe tapping method. I truthfully don't believe that is what's going on there at all. I do believe there's something there, but I don't believe that is what's going on there. There's just too much shadiness with that whole thing. The toe tapping method was literally the pretty much the foundation of their story and what they claimed there, and that was already proven to be, in my opinion, fake as hell. So, by the way, I'll bring the radios with us to Collingwood. Good. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be definitely bringing all my stuff, too. They're good at entertaining, don't get me wrong, but the paranormal claims are more questionable than anything. There's a part of the ocean, what did someone say? Sam and Colby are more for entertainment and paranormal investigations. I completely agree that if you look at them as ghost hunters and not like paranormal investigators, which to me, paranormal investigators are the ones that are actually going through and doing the investigations, they're more of ghost hunters in the sense that they're doing it for the fun of it. and probably shouldn't be taken seriously at all. But then you get confused because they'll say like, you shouldn't take us too seriously, but then they'll be like, this is what this means, the meaning behind ghosts and the afterlife, and they try to be these people who are like really claiming the biggest of all like lessons, and through all this stuff, like, what was the message that they had through Abigail, live life to the fullest, but it was all pretty much based on a lie. So how can we take it to heart? I really don't do that myself. I don't take it to heart if it's already coming off to me like a giant lie. So, oh yeah, the book they wrote is 100% fiction. Yeah, it is. I built one of those apps. It's all word banks. I can literally make it say whatever I want, and it's all randomly triggered by the sensor of the iPad. Back in the day, we'd sit in a fast food drive-through and aim MPD, CB, and mess with people's orders as we'd come over the worker headsets. LOL, we ruined so many people's meals. Man. So many clout chasers over there. Yep. Yep, we're getting it to ourselves, yeah. Yep, the Fox sisters. They were the ones that did it, and then came out as fake right before the last sister was about to pass away. Yep. It was all for show. And then, the paranormal couple even mentioned the Fox sisters as like some of the first people to do this method, but it was already announced as fake. So, yeah. I wanted to respond to why investigators do it in the dark. Biological evolution is the reason we are in the dark. Our senses are heightened from when we're living in trees and caves. And it's also spookier, too. It's just spooky. The thing about that, Johnny, is that there are actually people out there that offer loads of money to people who can prove that they actually have abilities, and not one person has jumped up to do this. What does that tell you? Why would they not do this if their abilities are actually real? Well, more than likely, they don't believe they are real, or they don't have enough confidence in themselves to believe or prove that it is real. So they're going to avoid that shit, because if they get called out as fake and shown and proved as fake scientifically, that ruins any chance of them making a career out of this. It's as obvious. It's as simple as that. Project Fear has been pretty lackluster lately. Yeah, I used to be really big into Project Fear, and then I kind of lost interest. I've lost interest in a lot of ghost hunting channels. I got burnt out real fast. After several years of doing nothing but reacting to them, you get burnt out. Because it's all the same. That's fake. That's not what that is. That's over-exaggerated. That's cringe. It's become the same. And unfortunately, with them being so successful, more people who want to start doing ghost hunts are going to want to start copying and pasting these bigger YouTube channels. It's happened with Mr. Beast. People try to copy Mr. Beast, and they don't get nearly as much numbers, but yeah. We're losing creativity here because people just want to do the same thing over and over again. They all have the same YouTube thumbnails and all the same YouTube titles. The night we almost died. The night a demon attacked us. The night someone stole my Burger King meal. I don't know. Yeah. If you can see ghosts, then you're powerful. You're a powerful human. Haunted Nights. Oh, God, I feel like I know who they are. I feel like I liked the Cut Editor GIF a while back. I just had no interest in watching their channel. But that's not no offense to them. I just have no interest. But that's also me kind of saying that about other ghost hunting channels at the moment too. If I do a ghost hunting reaction, it's going to be with probably a collaboration. Yeah, Stephen Dillon, that's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah. I don't know. I saw one of their videos. It might have been Dylan who made the video on debunkers, and I didn't like his opinion. I respect his opinion, but I didn't like like his opinion all too well. I thought his overall view of debunkers was felt like a low key hit piece. Kind of like taking a jab at the debunking community, even knowing he was trying to come off like he wasn't trying to be that way, but it really did feel like it was kind of a personal message to debunkers. And I didn't really care for that. So, I mean, again, I respect his opinion. He can have his opinion, obviously. Like a lot of us can have our opinions, but I just didn't really care for that too much. It might have been Dylan, it might have been the other guy. I really can't remember. I finally made a live. What's up, Jordan? Hey, Ray, what's up? Left my Andrew. Andrew, I'd want an Ovulus voiced as Gilbert Gottfried. Oh my God. Gentle Jew walk bar punchline. Hey, what's up, Nick and Thor? Yes, I saw that one as well. It was Dylan. It was okay. Yeah. I just didn't care for it. I gave my honest thoughts, on his opinion. I tried to do it as respectfully as possible, but I really felt there was a little bit of a tone to his voice when talking about it, which is fine because I have a tone in my voice too. But yeah, I just didn't agree with him 100%. I know Beardo made a video on it. He went off on him a little bit more than I did. You're buying a mobile home. Nice, man. Heck yeah, congratulations. Did you see A Portrait of God is getting a full length? It started as a short film. I did not see that. Gilbert Gottfried would be crazy as the voice. Yeah, and then the fucking devil made me do it, had the audacity to try to make it look like Lorraine helped people, helped investigators find missing bodies and solve murder mysteries and whatnot. That never happened. Because that's exactly what they should be doing if they have those kind of abilities. They should be helping people solve murder mysteries and find corpses and bodies, but that's not what they're doing. Well, it doesn't work like that, you see. You have to be this, that, and this. And they would come up with a bunch of excuses why they can't use their abilities for the greater good like that. Yeah. I know that might be a dick thing to say, but at this point, man, it's what's the real excuse why you couldn't do that kind of stuff? Why can't you help in serious situations like that? You could be out there helping victims of human trafficking with those kind of abilities, if you have those kind of abilities. But, nope. I saw that, man. I shared that to the group, the podcast group. Yeah, I haven't seen the video yet, but yeah. CZ's video pretty much outright said the Warrens lied about everything. So even he's putting out a video that's saying that they're con artists. Sam Raimi and Jordan Peele are going to be involved with it. Did you see the portrait? Oh, that's actually really kind of cool, actually. Those are really great names to be involved. Are you going to react to it? The CC's video? Gilbert over to faker schmuck fraud. I guess all murders and missing people, someone come with a idea to make that so entertaining. Why not add some mystery like Ghost, example, Lazy Borden? I think I will react to that, actually, yeah. At some point here soon, I'll react to that. I've never been a believer in the Warrens. Used to be. Not no more. I believe that was one of the biggest paranormal cons in all of history. That's just my opinion, though. I've seen several of CZ's World's videos. Yeah, he's really good. Very entertaining. Andrew, did you already watch it? You gotta stop watching that shit, man, so we can do collaborations at some point. He has another channel called Pumpkin Metal. That's a pretty badass name, actually. Pumpkin's Metal. He did a video on Ice Nine Kills history. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Trying to think of what else he's done recently that I saw, but I haven't watched the videos yet because, I have a hard time reacting to, watching a lot of videos in my free time because I normally want to do a reaction at some point. The Haunting in Connecticut story is still one of your favorite stories, but it's just a story. Yeah, yeah. One thing I can't argue with, someone believes in ghosts if he tells you why your skin gets itchy and enter abandoned places. Can't debate him. One thing I can't argue with, someone believes in ghosts if he tells you why your skin gets itchy when enters an abandoned place. Can't debate him. I would say eczema, poison ivy. There's leaves on the walls, so maybe you touched one of them. The Haunting in Connecticut story, still one of my favorite investigation stories. Still want to know. I have not watched it. I was going to before work, though. Better not. Better not, man. I actually have to go to work in like 3 hours from now, and I still have yet to get a morning shower. I was going to go live last night, but I passed out. Again, I normally like late night live streams were my thing, but now that I'm on like this crazy schedule, I got to get on my normal schedule, and then we'll see if I can do more live streams late at night. But those are my jam. Hey, what's up, Hart? Barely awake. Anyone seen Sinners movie yet? I have not. I'm going to run and use the bathroom really quick, guys. Hart, stay here. Andrew's in the chat. Chat with him for a few minutes. Keep them entertained. I'll be right back. I really have to use the bathroom. Since, two of my podcast members came in, they can entertain you. Yep, I'm ditching you for 1 second. All right, I'm back. Man, what a freaking... What are you all talking about? Excuse me? Perfect. Whew. I can't wait for my new room studio setup. Was it a good shit? I had to get some water, too. I had to get some water. Hydrate. Nope, I took a long piss. It's more dignified than a shit, right? Oh, man, that tastes so good. Got to practice, man. I was Firewatch. Okay? And if you didn't have access to a fire hydrant, that's exactly right. If I can make a piss last for 5 minutes, that fire's going to be put out. Catch my drift? They say the better water tastes better when the more dehydrated you are. I feel like that's true. I feel like if you haven't had something to drink for a while, you will be like, honestly, yeah, from experience, it does taste better when you're dehydrated like crazy. Like you can chug like gallons of it. Yeah, but I'd be saving lives. That's the point. Can you imagine? It's not turning off. Shit. You need to try Gamer Sups, dude. My dream one day is for us to be on a Gamer Sups. No, is it Gamer Sups or is it something else? It might be Gamer Sups. I think it is. Will be great if you do a podcast and bring all the hypocrite who say ghosts are real, make them looking like idiots on a comedy podcast. First call Zach Baggins. Zach Baggins won't go near our podcast. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. That's why you gotta get some of these channels up there in subscriber counts. You know what I mean? Like you gotta really help like these channels succeed, because then people will start taking them more seriously. The more numbers they gain, the bigger subscriber counts they have, more channels will start taking them seriously. But there's not really a whole lot of debunkers right now out there that are like in the like million subscriber count. There's the church bells. See, every hour. What do you think of my BRB screen, by the way? I got that last night. I think it's pretty cool. Well, that's basically what it is, yeah. There's no real craziness to it. It's just pretty much when someone debunks a magician for pulling a silly trick, that's basically what a debunker is. Like I have a W Energy sponsorship, but I still shill Gamer Subs. You'll shill Gamer Subs, yeah. Maybe one day, man. Maybe one day. Hashtag GamerSup sponsor. Blame the algorithm. We got to do another podcast soon. I can't wait, man. I can't wait till you get a place, man. I can't wait, because yeah, we're gonna be filming so many videos. We got to. There's so much we have to make up for. It's gonna be epic. And I'm going to tell you right now, the first game we're playing as a group is going to be content warning. People have been dying to get me, you, Amber, and Hart back into a content warning video. Your computer's fixed. Fuck yeah. Love content warning. Me, Hart, and my friend Cinnamon played the other day. We still got that. We still got that chemistry. We're entertaining. Content warning, man. It's so easy to stay in character. Like, it's so easy to have fun with that game. I miss it. We haven't played content warning all together in like months. It's probably been like 6 months now since we played content warning together. Who are you going to see first at Level Up? I really want to meet Has-Been Hotel Casts. Or are people going to... is that what you guys were talking about? One second. Let me go up and read what you guys were talking about. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I love Violent Nature. I can't wait for the sequel. Hey, Jeepers. Silence. Tiptoe through the window, by the window. That is where I'll become tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh! Bah ha ha ha! What? This is so true. I can't write one message. Jeepers, Frosty Tim. But my God, is that song terrifying? Huh? He did not grab my hand, Jordan. What? Perfect add it to your go away screen. I could, couldn't I? I'm down to play it for sure. I loved all the playing. The videos are so funny. Heart got robbed last time we played Peak. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of did, didn't I? It was an accident, but yeah, I kind of did. It was good intentions. It backfired on us, yeah. The thing was like a rescue claw is what it said. And then it killed her. Right? False advertising. Wasn't my fault. The fucking claw did it. A convenient accident. It did make for a very entertaining moment. We were at the very top of the final map. The very top. It took so long to get to that point. You know, Amber unfortunately fell and perished to her death, but Hart, me, and Andrew were literally at pretty much the tippy top of this last little obstacle. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? We're just going to use the rescue claw, and I'm going to save her and pull her up here. Be a lot faster than her climbing. And I did, and she, yeah, flew off to the other side and went straight into the lava. Editor, that's a convenient meme, yes. But you were with us in spirit. Literally. So that's all that matters. It was a good moment, though, man. I'm proud of that. Like, I know low-key it wasn't my intentions, but I'm proud of that moment. I can't give you a take on Final Fantasy. I've never played the games. Same game where Lord Beagle asked me to push you off in the lava. Yeah. That was the exact same one, yeah. I'm pretty sure you told me Lord Beagle sends his regards. That's what you were about to tell me before killing me? Yep. By the way, Hart, we did talk about the art center and our plans for like late September. I know he does, yeah. He loves Final Fantasy. Yep. Yep. We certainly did. Final Fantasy VII is a GOAT. No, the next franchise I'm going to be getting into is Resident Evil. So Cat's fully out of the bag. Yep. Andrew wanted it out there, so I did it. I talked about it a week ago on Lord Beagle's live. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Oh, man, I'm starting to yawn. No, I gotta work. I'm stoked it'll be a hell of a good time. I agree. I fucking agree. I think it's gonna be a lot more chill and a lot more fun than my overnight collaboration because I actually know you guys. So it's not gonna be like where I'm meeting a group of people for the first time ever and just going into an investigation. It's gonna be like we've talked for like, I feel like we've known each other for at least a year or so now, right? If not longer than that. Yeah, it's been a while. He did talk about it a little bit. You know what's crazy? These live streams, nobody ever gets notified about them. Nobody. But I guarantee you, once this is posted publicly, that's when people are going to start jumping on it and it's going to go like double or triple like the likes. You need stupid, silly photos when you all get together. Oh, you'll probably see stuff on like Instagram and whatnot. Yeah, I'll be taking some selfies. You got a notification? Hold on. I guess it probably would have helped if I shared it to my actual, like, you know, Facebook page. I have a Facebook page, by the way. Many people may not know that, but I do actually have a CARTS Arts Facebook page. So if you want to get notified like that way, then probably post it. I'll be posting stuff over there. There we go. That might help. Maybe. Who knows? Might not. You're shooting videos for 2 channels when you go. Yep. Your channel and the Blame the Algorithm, right? I will be filming for my channel, potentially. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be filming for my channel. I'll probably be just filming for Blame the Algorithm podcast channel. Yep. Podcast is going to get all the behind the scenes and funnies. There we go. There we go. Blame the algorithm, don't blame us. Such a banger, man. That song is such a banger. Better than my theme song, in my opinion. I can't get that thing out of my head. Here to roast, discuss, and fuss. By the way, if anybody wants to know, the big live streams from now on. So like when we do a live, that's just me, Andrew, Hart, and Amber, and Lord Beagle. They will be filmed over on the Blame the Algorithm channel. So like, do not come here to rely on this channel anymore for like those big gaming live streams. Go to the Blame the Algorithm podcast channel because that's where those live streams are going to be held from now on. I think it makes more sense having them over there when everybody's involved. When it's just a normal gaming live stream and it's like maybe 1 or 2 people, then it will be on my CARTS gaming channel, not the CARTS Arts channel. This is going to be more for just reactions from now on. Jimmy, a.k.a. Ghost West, is going. Hart and hubby Lord Beagle, Jordan, and me. Yep. There you go. Everybody now knows. Jimmy from Ghost Quest, Hart, and her husband, Lord Beagle, me, and Andrew Stone Rock are all going to be involved in that collaboration. I'm excited. And I also went ahead and I got my my friend who's a YouTuber now, a gamer, just got them a microphone, so that's going to be shipped to their house today. Very excited for them because that means their audio is going to be better. I'm encouraging them to do a YouTube and get that going. So, I mean, they already have a YouTube channel. And they have got it going. Flare Stay Wolf, she will now have a better microphone for her videos, so that's going to be cool and exciting. I'm having FOMO now. Noise. Yep. I try to encourage as many people as possible to do YouTube as much as I possibly can. I got the she got the Blue Yeti from I got her the Blue Yeti. Not the Blue Yeti X, just the normal Blue Yeti. But the reviews are all good. I have the Blue Yeti X in my house. It's over there on the floor. It's an extra microphone just in case if anything happens to my Elgato Wave 3. But definitely need that one for myself, you know, just in case something ever happens to this thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I've only heard good things about the Blue Yeti, so. Haven't used it myself. Again, it's on the floor down there. I lent it to a friend recently. You have the original Blue Yeti? Nice, man. Okay, then your microphone's pretty good. Oh, and also, I will be doing a series for my gaming channel for Devour. Andrew, Hart, Amber, anybody who has gaming channels, you know, come on. I'll be doing a Devour series over there. Devour is now my Phasmophobia. I'm in love with that game. So I want to do a lot more videos over there. That's the closest you're going to get to someone hunting demons. Real demons. Love Devour, man. Love Devour. Eat that shit up like fucking spaghetti. I know you'll be there, Hart. Andrew, if I get into one of your games, you're going to have to get into Devour. You want me to get, what was it? That Minecraft-looking game? No, you probably want me to get Baldur's Gate, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you probably do. Yes! Oh! I would love to get into some spooky VR stuff. I think we all would. Well, gotta lurk. Time to start parenting duties in my Puerto Rican corned beef and cheese. Wow, that sounds fucking awesome. Oh my god. Empanadas? Is that how you pronounce that? If I mispronounce that, punch me in the face. It's okay. Have a good one. All adios and River Darcy. All right, have a great one. Thank you again for hopping on, and Jose. Yeah, I've cheated. I've cheated on games. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to deny it. I have. Poppy Playtime was one of the big ones. Because I thought my game was glitching out, and I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. So I looked up a video. I watched Queso go through it a little bit. Didn't watch him play the full gameplay, but just that one moment. So, I mean, I've cheated a couple times on games, yeah. Well, especially when I get, like, aggravated and I'm, like, going on a 3-hour live stream. Yeah, I've done it. I'm not afraid to admit it. Hey, Ladies Fright, how you doing? I feel like I've heard of your channel before. I'm looking up that channel right now, actually. I knew it. I am subscribed to you, actually. Well, would you look at that? Just look at it. Man. I'm doing pretty okay. Oh, my God. Nah. Spanish meat patties, similar to Jamaican in concept. That's kind of cool. That sounds nice. Watch out, J-Carts. Someone will clip that and say J-Carts is cheating. Just do it. Just do it. If someone wants to do it, I don't care. You might as well. You're just getting me. You're getting me more comfortable with the world I'm gonna have to deal with. Everybody's gonna be coming after me. No, keep up the good work. Man, I have so many people saying the worst about me. It's like, at this point, it's a part of the thing. If you do YouTube, you're gonna have to get used to it because that's the bigger you get, the more you're gonna have to deal with people trying to come after you in every possible way they can, which is it's fine. It's fine. That's the internet for you. You cheat on video games? I did it like a couple times, okay? It's not something I like to do. I feel like I've cheated on Dead Island when I beat that game once or twice. Looked up something, yeah. Yeah, it happens, man, when you get too aggravated. You know, it's better that than me punching a hole through my screen. You know, I have more respect for somebody who would rather look up what the fucking do than put their fist through their own screen. It's fine now, but when your channel hit 1 million subs, you wish you never said that. Oh, yeah. It could be worse. Could be worse. You could have been like Mr. Beast from back in the day who dropped the N-word 500 times on live streams. So, you know, I'll take me saying I cheated at a couple video games over that. You ever seen those videos, by the way? Of like Mr. Beast from back then, like a lot younger version of Mr. Beast saying that shit on live streams? Whoa. Shocking. Oh, I watch some drama channels. Yeah, they're fun. You don't watch Mr. Beast because you're a loser. No, I'm just joking. I haven't watched Mr. Beast in months, man. I think the last Mr. Beast video I watched was when he cured people's blindnesses, which was pretty cool. I haven't watched him in a long time. I don't know. He started hanging out with Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is a fucking well-known scammer who has not paid back any of the people he's ripped off. So I don't know about you, but I just kind of found that aggravating and stupid and weird. Why he would want to team up with someone like that, I don't know, man. I just feel like, you know, morally, you should just pick your partners better. I feel like there's so many better options than Logan Paul out there to partner up with. I'd have had more respect for Speed or someone like that, but he picked, you know, Logan Paul. Mr. Breast? Did I say Mr. Breast? Probably. Hey, so good to hear you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, what's up, Shane? I don't know. I get weird vibes off his content. It's just me, though. I get that. Stone Rock, I'm in my 30s, and I also have never seen Mr. Beast video. Respectfully, I get that, too. Oh, Andrew did gotcha. All Mr. Beast subs are underage. Here's many videos calling him out as exploit fake. A lot of, yeah, I've seen several videos of, like, apparently, you know, he sets up his videos like they're not nearly as big budgeted as he makes them out to be in his videos and whatnot, you know, behind the scenes stuff and everything. I've seen a couple of those. I think I do think Mr. Beast represents a lot of good. I do think he does a lot of good for a lot of people. There's a part of me that I can't get into him too much. And mainly that's not because I don't think what he's doing is good and all. His content's not really working for me much anymore. It just doesn't. I prefer watching more grounded stuff. I feel like where his stuff, it feels just big budgeted, TV show-esque. I like YouTube because I like to feel grounded with people. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I like to have conversations with people, and his stuff just feels too commercial, I feel. Maybe that's a wrong me to say, I don't really know, but it's just not for me. But I do think he represents a lot of good. You know, there's a lot of things he does with his money that I think are honorable. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't really hit with me much anymore. Mm. Yep. Exposed Jimmy Breast for like torture. Dude was basically locked up in a room and tortured for Mr. Breast's enjoyment. That's pretty crazy. I've never heard of that. I know he hired a supposed pedophile. No, it wasn't even supposed. It was like this guy was a sex offender. I remember I heard about that. And he claims he didn't know that he was. Yeah. Can't remember the guy's name. I watched a video how millennials are the ones at fault for the internet today. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, link that in Discord, yeah. Vibe is just off for you in general. Down virtuistic acts are not bad, but like the Beast game shit is off. Completely missed the point of Squid Games. I think why Mr. Beast has much cloud because I think he has some relationship with YouTube. I feel like there's a lot of creators that have a lot of, relationship with YouTube because there's a lot of channels out there that break the rules all the time, yet they're never punished. Again, I look back on it all the time. Logan Paul doing what he did in the Okigahara forest. What he did out there should have costed him his YouTube channel, and it never did. Should have costed him it. But because he was bringing in loads of money and he was very successful, he kept his channel. Logan Paul at that time was like the biggest thing on YouTube. So he kind of got away with it. But if it was anybody else, if it was like me, if it was like Andrew, if it was like Hart, if it was anybody just with an average size YouTube channel, if that was something they did, their channel would have been gone completely. So there's definitely some favoritism here on this platform. Anyone who goes to that forest should be locked up. It's a pretty respectful opinion, actually. I respect that because, look, the reality is if you go out there, you're only going out there for one thing, and that is to find a body. It literally is called forest, right? So, like, if you go out there, you have one thing in mind. Don't try to act like you don't. I would go out there, but I would never go past the rope. The rope, pretty much once you go past the rope, that's basically what you're asking for to see on camera. You're asking to see someone who just gave up. So I'd go out there, but I would never go past the rope. That's basically where it would. I would go down a hike, I'd see the rope, I'd walk the other way. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've seen many videos there, and every time someone goes there and I watch a video where they're cracking jokes, they're making fun of it, they're going and jumping over the rope, I do find it to be distasteful. Yeah. Logan Paul definitely had the worst video, though. When it came to that place, he had the worst one. They walked up to the side of the body, hanging in the tree, blurred out the face, not too well. You could still see details like the nose, the eyes, the mouth. You could still see all the details, but they blurred it out somewhat. And then they were like treating it as if they were in the movie Stand By Me. But instead of actually being genuinely shocked that they found the body, they were more of just like smiling at each other, cracking jokes, adding whimsical music to make it sound like they did something crazy. It was so distasteful and so disgusting. I'm surprised the guy has a fan base. You hope you'll be back on time getting the kiddos to school. Nice seeing you, lovelies. All right, Hart, have a good one. I'm probably not going to be live for much longer, unfortunately. I do got to go to work in like 2 hours, so I got to go downstairs, take a shower here soon, and do all that great stuff. But I'll be here for maybe a few more Probably like 10, 20 minutes, potentially. We'll see. Oh, yeah, his apology video. I can't remember what he said, but yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. You didn't believe a word he said. I think that also kicked off a lot of issues with the content creators of touring Japan. They are still not keen on having tourists like that. When we were there were cravings in the torii gates. Yeah. No, it definitely ruined a lot of people's chances to go out there for sure. If you find, again, why would you go out there? Because you know exactly what you're asking for, right? So no matter what, if you go past that rope, you know what you're asking for. Don't play stupid, don't play dumb, right? I would have no interest in seeing someone's body. It's not something I would go out of my way to look for. If it ever happens, it will be genuinely on accident. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not a good idea in my opinion. But he only was sorry because he got in trouble. That's the only reason. He got kicked out of Japan. Yeah, I'm sure they watched that footage and they were like, this is just stupid. This is disgusting. And they were like, get out. I can't remember if he actually spent any time in like a Japanese jail. I can't really recall if he ever did spend time in jail for that. But I remember Colby, Elton, and all of them went out there too. I was not a fan of that video. Like, if you go, just pay your respects and move out. It's disrespectful to the culture and, more importantly, the deceased. Yeah. He did not spend any time in jail? Yeah, lucky fucker. He should have. He should have. I'm pretty sure at one of the I can't remember. Is he WWE? I'm not really big into that stuff, so, like, I really don't know. But, he was there during a show, one of these, pretty recently, actually, and apparently a lot of them started chanting, Logan Paul is kicked out of Japan. Yeah. Or he's banned from Japan or something like that. Apparently he got pretty annoyed by that. But he's still a piece of shit. I don't understand where this love for Logan Paul is coming from. The guy is absolutely a piece of shit. It wasn't even that long ago when he scammed so many people out of on CryptoZoo. Never paid them back. Said he was going to several times. Never paid him back. At least not to my knowledge. He still continuously, like, trips over every fucking coffee table he comes across, and yet people still love the fuck out of him. It makes no sense to me. We should kick him out of Ohio. I wish. Damn, I think, again, I'm going to train myself, guys. I'm going to start going to the gym, getting jacked, and then I'm going to become a professional boxer. Damn, I think it's hardcore to get banned from a mall, but a whole country. Yeah, it's a hell of an achievement. Yeah. His liquid marketplace is a scam too. Has anybody actually drank Prime? It is outright fucking foul. Like, I almost feel like if anybody is caught drinking Prime, it's just because they want to seem cool in some way. That's the only thing I can think of. I've tried Prime. Not good. I had the one red, white, and blue one. I drank it, dude. It made my stomach so upset. So oh man, it was like drinking. It felt like I drank like a poison. Because to a lot of kids, you know, drinking Prime is cool. Because Logan Paul made it. Oh, I know they're from Ohio. Hey, what's up, A persons? How you doing? Good morning. You had the America flavor? Yeah, I had the America flavor. Shot right through me. Like a bullet. Prime tastes salty for you? I've had Prime once, but kind of stopped that real quick. It's just not, I just don't understand it. I don't. Maybe there's a flavor out there that actually is somewhat decent, but I tried Prime the one time. I might have tried it twice. I can't remember what the other flavor was, but I tried another flavor. I can't remember which one it was. But the red, white, blue one I remember because it really just made me sick. Hey, what's up, Wayne's World of Rock Music? Just a quick visit and say hi and give you a like. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Means the world that you would hop on in, man. Oh, shit. Ah! My alarm just went off for work. I normally would be getting up at 10:30, but I woke up around like 7. Also, when Jordan and I are together on screen, it shall be known as the Ohio Boys. We ain't doing no Ohio Boys theme. We're the Ohio Boys. I'm okay. How are you, man? You already are the Ohio Boys? Damn. We're the Ohio Boys. Yes, but we are not on screen. Did you know the Island Boys are still kind of trying to stay relevant? As crazy as that sounds, by collaborating with Jack Doherty. Did that guy ever go to jail, by the way? Did he have his court meeting yet? Did he ever go to jail? Or is he free? Did he get away scot-free? I gotta look now. I completely forgot about that whole scenario that happened with Jack Doherty. With the police. First thing I see is his mugshot. I doubt he fucking got held accountable. No, I'm not seeing anything of it. Like, did he ever get held accountable? Apparently it's still ongoing, but I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. That fucking sucks. Hope everything is okay. Go figure though that whole situation. Nothing's actually happened with him yet. He'll probably get away with it like most of these pricks do. Nobody can ever hold these idiots accountable. That's why they continuously do it. That's why they do stupid shit. Because the law is not gonna fucking set the ground rules. Waiting for tests and stuff. I remember when Dant DM called on Lunchly on Twitter and everyone was on his side. That name sounds so familiar. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get food and crack an energy drink. I've been awake for 3 hours and just had water. Your boy is getting thirsty. Bwahaha. All right, man. Have fun. Thank you again for hopping on in. I'm actually going to be going ahead and ending the live stream. I really got to get ready to get to work. I got to go downstairs and shower, probably get something to eat myself, and just get ready because I've been live for probably about 2 hours now, right? I mean, pretty close. Yeah, 2 hours. Wow. Well, anyways, I really appreciate you all hopping on in. Mike, I hope your brother gets better, man. I'm really sorry about that. I really hate that I'm ending my live stream not long after you said that, but I really do got to get ready for work. My best wishes, of course, will be sent to you. But guys, I got to head off. I will go live more, get this video up to 50 likes, and you'll see me live again at some point here soon. But until next time, do take care, and I will see you all in the next one. All right. See ya. Do I just end it? I didn't even make it like an end, like, ending live stream screen. I'll do that here in about 20, 30 minutes. All right, everybody.